Trade between the Philippines and China rooted as early as the Song Dynasty when Mayis, the natives of Mindoro, exchanged Philippine-made goods such as hemp, cloth, tortoise shells, pearls, and yellow wax with Chinese goods such as silk, porcelain, colored glass, beads, and ironware. On the other hand, the first relations between India and the Philippines can be traced back to 800 AD for the purpose of commerce. The Indians who came into the island as traders also introduced Hinduism to the natives of the Philippines. In the Iloilo setting, trading of tobaccos and textiles were started by the Panayanons in the 1600s. In the 1850s, Iloilo became open to foreign and non-Spanish business transactions, trade, and commerce. The opening of the Iloilo port to international trade followed shortly. Trade in Iloilo significantly increased and became second to Manila.
Historically, the Philippines has been an important center for commerce for centuries because of its ethnic minority, and as of 21st century, our country is a member of several international trade including APEC, ASEAN, and the World Trade Organization. International trade also has its advantages and disadvantages, and it is important to weigh its risks and benefits.
A country may import products that it cannot produce. This is because production cost is very high. Through international trade, certain products that cannot be produced by the country because of high production costs will be readily available to consumers. Specialization. When countries engage in international trade, specialization on the part of production may be determined as to who produces more on a certain product at a lower opportunity cost. Because of specialization, resources will also be utilized efficiently. Diversity in choices to consumers. Consumers benefit from international trade because they will have a wide array of products to choose from. International trade allows companies to sell their surplus products to other countries and still gain profit from foreign exchange. It increases the gross domestic product or GDP since more partnerships are established among countries. Peace and close cultural relationships among the nations engaged in international trade will be promoted. The import of harmful products that may affect the health of the residents of the country. For example, the people of China suffer greatly from imports of opium into their homeland. Exhaustion and exploitation of resources. International trade can also cause exhaustive cultivation of land and the continuous exploitation of a country's natural resources. International trade also poses the threat of starvation, especially when a country depends on food sourced from foreign countries. Despite the aforementioned advantage, international trade may also cause war and conflict between nations, especially when countries compete and rival with each other for raw materials and the search for new markets. International trade was actually one of the causes of the First and Second World War.
Ay, mapil ko nga pag-uswag sa atang economy. Makita taman ang economy sa tasubong kay do damo man ang mga mga companies sa aton nga foreign companies and corporation kay do mapil ko nila.
Hindi po masyado kasi hindi pa naman kami graduates and hindi pa namin naranasan yung mga tips na ganyan. I think na magiging okay naman siya kasi magiging easy na ang pag-cross natin sa ibang
So yes, kay kita mo nga daw na direct foreign investments. Tapos as you can see, this can say Iloilo City lang. There are a lot of constructions going on.
because of those investments. So there will be a lot of opportunities in the future. Mayo development.
Ang corruption sa Pilipinas ang kaya napiktuhan ang ekonomiya naton kay ang iban sa aton dire mga politisyan ang ginaisip nila yung pansarili lang ba, hindi para sa pangmasa nga mga katuyuan nila. Kung sino nagapungko sa gobyerno naton, mga opisyal naton, inaisip lang na makabulig man sila sa masa, pero hindi blapon niya bulig sa kaulingon nila Isipan mo, siling sila nga damo pigado subong sa Pilipinas, kung isipon naton way pigado kaya ang ginatakaw sang mga nakapunggo sa gobyerno sa aton hindi lang milyon kundi bilyon-bilyon. Sila lang naginabang ng kwarta gobyerno naton. Hindi ko nagustuhan sa aton nga panggobyerno. Ang ila interes amo lang ila ginaintindi. Nakaintindi man sila gamay lang pero ang dakuya nga mga interes sa ila gid. Parang masiling ko ang sa mga manubo-nubo nga mga pumluyo Pilipino maningkaras na lang. Kaya kung hindi ka maningkaras, mga pigado, dugang pigado yan. Kaya kinakailangan may diskarte ka na lang. Basta legal lang. Hindi lang mag-intra sa illegal. Kaya illegal may salapto yung kagisa gobyerno
Nag-grow naman ang ating nag-grow naman.
Macroeconomic level, economic development is very evident because ang GDP and GNP sa country ay nagtataas this past few years. But on the microeconomic level or personal households, economic development is not evident because economic development is multidimensional. What I mean by multidimensional is that you cannot assess economic development just by income alone or the prices alone, but it includes health, education, among other variables. So, for me, economic development in a personal household is not evident, and therefore, ang pag-uswag na ginatawag is hindi mabatsyagan because prices are still increasing, tuition fee increase. So, as a student, economic development is rarely felt to the point that we are not exposed to other economic variables associated with it.
You could measure that sa macro level, not in the micro level. Ang local government is more in the micro level. So if you think of the whole country, it's to see how to measure it in the macro level. You have to know the gross capital. GDP. We are economically growing. You know, ang national economic growth is dictated by the participation of other business groups outside the country, investments. So according to the national government, we are growing in terms of investments because they are confident that the governance is good is what Pinoy says. I think I think that is true, no? Because the confidence of the investors are quite gained with the style of the Pinoy running people, running against people. So even this even goes to jail. So that gains confidence among investment groups outside the country. So what is the problem is on the internal, in the internal affairs. It's on the implementation of economic programs and projects, which they say, according to some critics, is quite derailed because of corruption inside the government.